Hey everybody, it's Norris with the Norris Group. It's Friday, January 27th, and is it the end of in-home movie theaters? That and much more as we cover the biggest headlines in real estate. You don't want to miss the radio show and podcast this week, as it is actually a podcast that we recorded this week. We decided to release this quarter's economic newsletter to everyone. We're sort of celebrating our 20th anniversary that we've been around. So we decided to release it and do a webinar. We took questions live. We filled up the room, unfortunately, but we recorded it. So you can actually listen to it online. You can watch it on our calendar under the event 2% interest, 40 trillion in debt and other surprise endings. If you go to that page, you'll see the video and you can watch the entire thing and download this quarter's economic newsletter. So catch it there. In the newsletter this quarter, we cover 5 wild cards. That's from the report that we know we're not going to have enough time to actually finish. We cover the county affordability index and where prices are at and how far we think they can go. And of course we go chapter by chapter what we're going to be covering at the event and why. We are sold out, but we do have a few remaining reports that you can purchase if you'd like. You'll find that on the event calendar. The Urban Institute says underwater homes now only make up 6.3% of the market. At its top, it was 30% of the market, so we've come a long way. National supply of houses is hovering around 3.5 months, so it's really down, and that could mean that maybe it's going to be a smoking spring. We hope that for everybody, and hopefully the snow won't mess it up. CoreLogic says distressed sales are at levels not seen since 2007, and all cash sales make up 31.8% of the market. Redfin reported 0.7% increase in luxury homes for the fourth quarter, and hopefully that won't be changed by a story later in the show. The Labor Department reported an increase in jobless claims by 22,000, and interest rates are up for the first time this year. 30-year rates are at 4.19%, and 15-year rates are at 3.4%. Trump reversed a last-minute Obama fee cut that would have applied to FHA loans this last week. The insurance for borrowers who would put only 3.5% down on homes were going to see a decrease in insurance fees. Well, obviously that definitely affects young and first-time home buyers. The administration says more analysis is needed before adjustments are made. China crackdowns on capital outflows could stifle markets that have been reliant on international money looking for a home. Well, reports in markets like Silicon Valley, London, and developers in Sydney are reporting there has definitely been a slowdown since the State Administration of Foreign Currency said all buyers of foreign exchange must now sign a pledge saying they won't use their $50,000 quotas for offshore real estate. Well, obviously wealthy Chinese are not just spending $50,000 on real estate, so they're finding a way around that, but maybe first-time buyers out of China is definitely going to affect. If they get caught doing it, it doesn't sound like a very appealing process. You get put on a watch list, you get possibly investigated, and there's a three-year penalty where you can't take money out at all. So something to watch if you're in those markets that are dominated by a lot of international buyers. Keep an eye out. Trulia says that house flipping has made a comeback, especially in markets like Las Vegas, Detroit, and Chicago. Nationally, flipping is up to 6.1% of all home transactions. Las Vegas had the most flipping activity at 10.5%, and Detroit and Chicago actually had the largest increase in activity. According to Bloomberg, insiders are watching for consumer shifts in housing. So once sought-after features may be a thing of the past as technology, building codes and tastes change to very different things. So for features such as in-home movie theaters, maybe it's going to be a new virtual reality space where you're going to be putting on a headset and you just don't want to run into walls and couches and sofa tables, so just a big blank room. Or huge master suites turning into cozy spaces with separate changing rooms and closets with more spa-like features. Or garages. Who needs a garage? Convert that sucker into a boomerang apartment so those kids aren't living with you, they're living in the garage in their own little unit with their own kitchen. Just make it super small so they don't stay there forever. So what are the things you think are going to happen in the next decade? What are some of the features you think will go away? What do you think will stay? I would love to hear what you think. If you're on YouTube, please leave a comment below and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a beat. If you're on Facebook, please don't forget to not only like the Norris Group page, but don't forget to add us to your See First list and with notifications on. Leave your comments below the video. And if we missed something, share the story on our comment sections on either YouTube or Facebook. Facebook, and we'll make sure to include it on our blog at the norrisgroup.com/blog. Upcoming events. Next week, February 1st, we'll be in the Glendale area at the 2017 Los Angeles Real Estate Summit. We will be one of the speakers in an all-day event, so if you're in the Los Angeles area, hopefully you got my email, and we'll see you there. February 4th, of course, we got 2% interest, 40 trillion in debt, and other surprise endings. We are sold out, but we do have some of the report available. Just go to our calendar of live events, and you'll be able to watch the webinar that we did, as well as how to find out how to be on the waiting list and purchase a report while we have some remaining. February 7th, 10 life-changing days of a real estate investor. We'll be back on the road. We're going to be doing that with OC Real Estate Investor Club. 2 days later, we're going to be back in Orange County with OC RIA. So 2 chances if you're in Orange County to catch us, the 7th and the 9th. And then finally, on the 15th of February, we'll be doing that same talk at the Alpine Premier Real Estate Investments. You can find out all that information on our calendar. For more information on hard money loans, including our fix and flip, buy and hold, and new construction loans, check out thenorrisgroup.com. We've got rates just starting at 6.9%. Come on, that's awesome. Or if you want more information on passive investing with trust deeds, check out tngtrustdeeds.com. Have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you next week.